the pattern doesn't have life. Please catch the truth. Let me repeat once more. When you have not associated yourself with the pattern, it doesn't have your presence to give life into it, to infuse life to it. The moment you associate yourself with the pattern, pattern gets life. Now it becomes independent, intelligent. It starts playing all the tricks and methods of survival. It starts making you suspect everything other than itself. That is why you find when somebody else is in a problem, very easy to lift them out of that problem. But when you are in the same mess, you are struggling. You can't do anything. You are not able to attend. You are not even able to be balanced. Bhagavan beautifully says, O son of Kundi, the tormenting power of the senses forcibly deprive the faculty of discrimination of even the awakened one who is ever watchful. Krishna goes to the extreme of saying, even the mind of a wise man is snatched away. The faculty of discrimination is snatched away, even the mind of a wise man. Of course, he gives you with the factor of safety he is talking, but actually it doesn't snatch you after a certain frequency. But he wants to emphasize, Bhagavan wants to emphasize, till the complete cognitive shift happens. Your mind can be stolen, snatched away. Maybe the situation is this. Arjuna thinks he is already awakened one. He is enlightened one. Krishna now needs to tell, hey, even if you are enlightened, mind will sometime wander. Don't. That is the way he is using the word. Vipaschitaha. Vipaschitaha means the wise one, intelligent one. Bhagavan is saying, even the intelligent ones, the mind can be snatched away by the pattern. Understand? Here I will translate the word, the power of senses. What? The Sanskrit word indriyani. I will replace the word indriyani with English word, the pattern. See, for example, you will always have certain pattern when you deal with people. First, you will have the friendliness when you are introduced, and you will fall all over, head over the heels, roll. In 2-3 days you will realize your expectations are different, the person is different, then distance, then utter few words behind the back, then small fight, then like a how the stray dogs, they don't even need to see each other. I know how the village dogs behave. I lived in the village. This fellow, in my house there was a dog. This fellow, the moment anybody enters the street, he knows. Some other dog, the smell. If some other dog enters in that street, he will be sleeping. Suddenly, eyes will open. He will be inside the house. You will wonder why this fellow is sleeping and suddenly he opens his eyes and starts because in his boundary some other dog has entered. By smell he can catch. That's the last step. If you see, in your relationships also you will have patterns like this. There are some other people who will not fall head over heels immediately, slowly, step by step, step by step. But once they build a relationship, they feel, they respect relationships are extension of their very self. I tell you, build wealth properly based on your ability to create and maintain. Why do you think all over the world so many millions of people get millions of dollars in lottery, but you will not find a single man who has become rich by lottery? Because the wealth came through the lottery was never part of his own personality. It is not extension of his personality. It is something infused from outside. It will naturally only become cancer, never become muscle. Anything which is extension of your personality is your muscle. Anything which is forced outside from you suddenly is cancer. See, the wealth gathered around me is extension of my personality. That is why how many donkeys have tried to steal and swindle, rob, neither the wealth left me, nor stopped growing around me. It's growing, growing, growing and expanding. I am not talking out of arrogance, understand. I am talking out of the power of Sri Lakshmi. I just know the power of Lakshmi. When you are able to create and maintain, when you have respect for her, when you have respect for the wealth, nobody can snatch it away from you. It is extension of your personality. Same way, relationships. All relationships are extension of your personality. If you respect them as extension of your personality, they will never be snatched away from you. You will never lose them. You will never ever lose them. Anything which is not extension of your personality, anything which you don't respect as yourself cannot stay with you. Understand? Understand this mental pattern. If you have the pattern of being careless with the people, you will always catch it wrong. Understand? Don't fall head over heels. Do it step by step, step by step, step by step. Wait before building any relationship. When I say wait, I don't mean say no. I mean say yes slowly. Yeah. Say yes with a lot of respect for the person, because after your yes, the person is extension of you. The person is part of you. Not able to maintain health, not able to maintain wealth, not able to maintain relationships, all are because of wrong mental patterns. Yesterday we had a Ashramites meeting. I would like to give you all the gist of what I was sharing yesterday, because that will help all of you. It was about the Akada, everyday morning yoga. I was telling them, understand, if you break free from all your bondages consciously, it is a eternal, nitya. You can again never be bound. Over, that's all. There can never be again bondage for you. Same way, if you break the mental patterns and free from psychological bondages, again you can never be bound again. It's almost impossible to bind you again. You are free from that mental pattern. Maybe some other patterns can bind you, but this pattern itself will not bind you. That is also almost eternal, nitya. But the body pattern, if you did yoga for 6 months or 1 year, then you stop, drop. Don't think the body pattern you created is eternal. No. Body goes on changing. Body has to be maintained. When you don't maintain, health cannot be retained. Health, wealth and relationships, all three are dependent on your pattern. If you have a wrong pattern, I have seen people, 2 months they will work out heavily, then suddenly 2 days for some reason they will give break, and after that they will never start again. No, it is a worst pattern. I tell you, if you do not break that wrong pattern, bring the right pattern to your body, health is not possible. Health will not be part of your life. Same way wealth. Have clear idea. Your capacity to create, your capacity to hold means maintain. Your capacity to spend. Only when you have a right understanding and pattern. See, shopping is a pattern, it's a disorder. I have seen people, when they go to the shops, they will forget they have anything else in their life. See, if I sit and do yajna, yaga, homas, practically everything available in the ashram I will put it in the homa. Because I see the deity there. Because I see the deity there, I forget something else exists. If I do the puja same way, whatever is there in the kitchen, in the bandar or the, everything will be poured on the deity. Because I see the God there. Same way, especially women, when they go for shopping, they forget that something else exists in their life. Everything is blown away. It's a pattern. You don't think you need little money for the next month, next year. You may fall sick. You need at least few rupees for the medicine. No. This saree and this jewel, you think if you buy this saree and the jewel and wear and roam around, you will never fall sick and you will never get old. You can cover your old age, but don't think your old age sickness can be avoided altogether. Wealth is also lost because of wrong pattern. I know people have this shopping like a disease. Go and see whatever is in the eyes, buy it. Bring it and dump in the garage. Become so tired, never even open the items you bought. And next week again run. Now I am telling you, it should be a rule in one of our smriti. It should be one rule in our smriti. Nithyananda Smriti. If you, before opening and using the items you bought, again going for shopping and buying new items is sin. Let it be a Smriti instruction for all our devotees and disciples. It is abusing Lakshmi. You may have even billions of dollars. If you have this mental pattern, I tell you, it will not take much time for you to be a bankrupt. Lakshmi is not all about the bank balance. It is all about the mental pattern. If you lose money in wrong investments, it is not sin. I tell you, you will have the money back. You will have the wealth back. But if you lose money because of the wrong pattern, nothing can be done. Not only you will not get it back, even if it is forced on you, you will not live with it. People come and ask me, I never did anything wrong to anybody. Why did I lose my wealth? Arey, you did so much of wrong to money, to Lakshmi. Wrong pattern. Same way relationships. Before building, have a little patience, intelligence. That patience before saying yes. Otherwise, you will get into the pattern of creating enemies. The other day I received a request. There is a movie called Enlightenment now, Swamiji, they want you to appear in that movie. I said, wait. First dig out and find out all the details, because now we are in the pattern of calling people and creating enemy. No, really. The other day somebody wanted to do research. Without doing proper agreements with him, we paid the ticket and brought him all the way. Suddenly after coming here, he claims everything is his. Finally what happened? We created unnecessarily one enemy. So without digging out, when you start working, you are in the pattern of creating enemies, not with relationship. I said, no, nothing doing now. Wait. Ask them every detail in writing. Because many times we get into the pattern of making enemies. It is just pattern, nothing else. A small story. Young boy enters a barber shop and the barber whispers to his customer, saying, hey, this child is the dumbest kid in the world. Watch, I will prove you. The barber takes $1 bill in one hand, another hand, 2 quarters, and shows, calls over the boy. And the boy, he asks, which one do you want, my son? The boy takes the 2 quarters and leaves. Then the barber tells the customer, what did I tell you? See, the kid never learns. Later when the customer leaves, the customer sees the same young boy coming out of the ice cream store, outside. The customer asks, hey son, may I ask you a question? Why did you take the quarters instead of the dollar bill? The boy just looked little deep into the customer's eyes and said, the day I take the dollar, the game is over. He will stop giving. Understand? It's a pattern. This fellow is having a pattern thinking he is cheating. That fellow is having a much better pattern, knowing how to play the game. Mental pattern. Many of you constantly attract enemies, people who abuse you in your life because of pattern. I tell you, the greatest enemy in your life is indriyani pramadini. I will translate this word indriyani pramadini as mental pattern. O son of Kundi, the tormenting power of the mental pattern forcibly deprive the faculty of discrimination of even the almost awakened one who is ever watchful. Actually, awakened ones you can't touch. So I will translate this word vipaschitaha as almost awakened one. Beware of patterns. Beware of mental patterns. Depression is a pattern, understand. First 2 days, if you decide to lie down in your couch saying, oh, I have depression, I don't want to do anything. Then third, fourth day, it will become a pattern. Break the patterns. Be free from the patterns. That is living enlightenment. Today I will answer your questions. Why I am not able to open totally to others in my relationships? How to get deep satisfaction in communication and relating with others? You know all human problems, Swamiji. Please free me from this. The problem you are asking is too big. I will give you 1 or 2 tips now, but if you want me to completely help you, give me one chance, attend this end relationship. You might have been hurt, exploited, or as per your logical understanding, cheated. So that is the reason you never wanted to open up to anybody else. Understand? There is something which we call cost of doing business. Same way, trust is cost of living. Understand? Trust is cost of living. I tell you, trust is cost of living, build it. If you say, I cannot trust because people are cheating, exploiting, then you are saying, I cannot live. Accept the reality. Trust is cost of living. But I tell you, the joy of trust itself is something extraordinary. The joy you enjoy as long as the trust is there between you and the person you are relating is juice of living. That is why I tell you, build relationships with a lot of patience and discrimination so that the trust, the bridge which you build, the trust bridge is not broken. I tell you, the worst thing can happen in your life is losing relationships. Especially a relationship with a guru. I always tell people, commit slowly with Guru. In every level. Whether you are going to be volunteering, whether you are going to share your time, or treasure, or talent, or your devotion, heart. Commit slowly with a lot of discrimination. But once you commit, see that it is only getting strengthened. Never you put your step back. If you put your step back in the relationship you create with the master, I tell you, never you will be able to relate with anybody in the planet Earth. I can say you are having the worst unconscious cancerous mental setup. I am telling, even with ordinary friend, brother, sister, mother, husband, wife, even in those things, have tremendous respect for the other person commit step by step, slowly, with a lot of discrimination. So that you don't break the trust bridge. Swami, my husband is cheating on me. Because of this, I don't feel connected to him. How do I trust him and feel him as my extension? I really feel somewhere you may be depriving him or cheating him. You may not be supporting, offering what he is expecting you from you. What he is expecting from wife, you may not be giving. You may be cheating on him. I am saying you are not giving what he wants. If you are not giving what the other person expects from the relationship, that is also cheating. Understand this logic. You may not be giving your love for somebody else other than your husband, but you may not be giving for your husband also. That is also cheating. See, your husband is giving his love to somebody else. That is what you are calling as cheating. In your case, you may not be giving your love for somebody else, but you may not be giving for your husband also. That is why I am saying you may be cheating on him in some way. You may not be fulfilling some of his honest expectations. Understand how much of struggle Rama has to have, because he had another one commitment to fulfill his responsibility as a king. Because he started having affair on his dimension of king, he has to sacrifice Sita. Otherwise, Sita's relationship with Rama is a beautiful, pure affair. It was never a marriage. It was an amazing, living affair. Living love. In that way, I will feel Rama as a great Tyagi. Your father is Dasarada and he created a king. You are going and catching his throne. Then you have to completely obey whatever this Dasarada created. The pattern of the people is not created by you. They are expecting you to play the role of Dasarada and fulfill all the commitments Dasarada made for them. It's very difficult. That is why he has to sacrifice Sita. Rama and Sita. Rama's sacrifice was real sacrifice. But anyhow, because he had affair with his dimension of being a king, he had to renounce. He had to keep Sita as the next priority. So understand, even if you are having one small other diversion as first priority, very difficult to maintain an affair. The first step, Mritasana in Chinmudra. Mritasana means corpse posture. Let me describe. Uddanam Shashvat Bhumau Sayanantu Savasanam Shavasanam Sramaharam Chitta Vishranti Karakam. Garanda Samhita's second Upatesha, 19th verse. Lying flat on the ground like a corpse is called the Mritasana. This posture destroys fatigue and quiets the agitation of the mind. Please lie down. Second step, please understand. In Mridasana, Chinmudra. Chinmudra is bring your index finger to your thumb. This is Chinmudra. Understand, next instruction. Uddiyana Bandha. All of you know Uddiyana Bandha. Contract the bowels equably above and below the navel towards the back so that abdominal viscera may touch the back. Hold like that in Uddiyana Bandha as long as you can. When you can't hold anymore, relax. Do this Uddiyana Bandha lying down 21 times. Jalantara bandha. Listen. Contracting the throat, place the chin on the chest. Means lock the throat. Just put your chin on the chest and lock the throat internally. Hold as long as you can. And exhale slowly when you feel you can't hold anymore. Do this again 21 times. Muktasana. Please sit in Muktasana. Place the heel at the root of the organ of generation and the right heel above that. This is the way. Please understand. This is called Muktasana. Sit in the Muktasana. Payumule Vamagulpam Dakshagulpam Tatopari Samakaya Shirogrivam Muktasanam tu Siddhitam. This is Muktasana. Next step. Do Bastrika in this Muktasana 21 times. Understand? Bastrika is the powerful balancer of hypertension. Bastrika, let me describe the sutras. Bastraiva lokakarananam yatakramena sampramet tatavayuncha nasabhyam upabhyanchalayet shanaihi evam vimshati varancha krutva kuryavachak kumbhagam tatante chalayet vayum purvoktancha yatavidihi trivaram sadayetyenam bastrika kumbhagam sudhihi nacharogocha nachaklesha arogyancha dine dine. Let me describe the technique. As the bellows of the ironsmith constantly dilate and contract, similarly, let him slowly draw in the air by both nostrils and expand the stomach. Then throw it out quickly. Inhaling should be very, very slow. Exhaling should be fast and quick. Do this 21 times. Come back to Brahmari Pranayama. Ardha Ratre Kate Yogi Jantunam Shabda Varjida Varjide Karanao Pitaya Astabhyam Guryat Puraka Kumbhakam Shrunuyat Dakshine Kame Nata Mantargatam Shupam Pratamam Jinjimi Natam Cha Vamshi Natham Tataparam Megajarjara Brahmari Kantakamsyam Tataparam Turiberi Mrudangadi Ninadanaka Dundubihi. Translation says, at the past midnight in a place where there are no sounds of any animal, etc., to be heard, let the yogi practice Puraka and Kumbhaka, closing ears by the hands. He will hear then various internal sounds in his right ear. The first sound will be like that of crickets, then that of a lute, then that of a thunder, then that of a drum. These are some of the descriptions. Let me give you the exact technique. Put your thumbs in the ears and hum intensely, as deeply as possible, as loudly as possible, as intensely as possible. Start. Relax. You can now relax. Stop. Relax. Do this Kriya every day. At least once. If your hypertension is the border level, do once for next 21 days. If it is in high end, higher side, like 150, 100, that side, do at least twice. It will completely heal your hypertension. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate and share the eternal bliss. Nithyananda. Thank you.